the doctor in front of your name.
So I went to the event. Dr. Afia invited me to the New York event. It was at the Maui Moisture headquarters. It was bomb, y'all. I'm still like creating my reels so y'all can get highlights and stuff like that from TikTok and Instagram on my pages there. But it was amazing. They had individuals like, Mai Leek, who's in the natural hair care setting. They had, editors and, CEOs of different like natural hair people, like people who I watch on YouTube. They were there on this panel with Dr. Afia when they had announced that they're donating this $100,000 to her. They had like little hors d'oeuvres. I'm like, oh, this is fancy. Like they had the finger sandwiches. Like, okay, Dr. Afia, we see you. The colors were amazing. Like everything was vibrant and gorgeous. Like everything looked so bomb. I'm so proud of my friend, and it really just shows how. And something that I always drive to my students whenever I'm teaching, I drive to people who want to be in this profession. Look beyond just being in the classroom. If you want to be a psychologist in the classroom, that's fine. If you want to be a psychologist with a private practice or in an office, that's fine. If you want to be a psychologist in a hospital, that's fine. But also don't abandon your passions for psychology. You can merge the two. I know psychologists who work in entertainment and in creative spaces. I know psychologists who work in the beauty industry. I know psychologists who are working, in movie settings, like on TV shows. You don't just have to kind of like fit into some sort of perceived box if you don't want to, right? So me personally, I enjoy being in the classroom. I enjoy being in private practice, and also I enjoy media. I enjoy talking to y'all. I enjoy podcasting. Like I love doing those things. I love the fact that Dr. Afia is taking over the beauty industry as a psychologist. So for those of you who are wanting to be in the psychology field, you want to be in that realm, again, don't let, this cookie cutter image of what a psychologist is supposed to do or look like, don't let that pigeonhole you into just saying like, well, I guess I got to settle for, just doing X, Y, and Z. No, you can dream big and follow your passions, and all the things that you're looking for, the resources, they will find you. When you're focused on your values and your passions, the resources will find you. And so I hope that y'all take that away from this week's Hot Off the Press segment. So we're going to go ahead and transition into this week's topic. This is a topic that was submitted by a listener of the podcast. And I truly enjoy when y'all submit your questions and suggestions regarding what you want addressed in our specific topic. So today's topic, we are talking about how to identify a toxic relationship, identifying toxic friendships, identifying toxicity in relationships with one another. Granted, I am a firm believer that sometimes we tend to overuse words on social media, such as, gaslighting, narcissism, toxic, like all those things tend to be overused, right? But so it's important for us to have a thorough understanding of what we mean by a toxic friendship. And I appreciate the person who submitted this suggestion, but I just wanted to define it really quickly. So, and when an individual is involved in a toxic friendship, we are talking about a friendship that we're essentially saying that friendship is then harmful to that person. It's no longer, you can be in a relationship that's no longer serving you, but it's not toxic, if that makes sense. You can have a longtime friend that you feel like the relationship is no longer reciprocal, but it doesn't mean it's toxic. If we're saying that a relationship is toxic, we are essentially talking about being in a harmful, detrimental relationship marked by conflict or negative patterns of interaction. Like we're talking about that when we say toxic friendships. So I just wanted to kind of lay that foundation so that we all can be aware of and be on the same page with what it means to be a toxic or to be in a toxic relationship. But
the doctor in front of your name.